After years of low test scores, Fort Worth ISD could be on the path to recovery, but at what cost?
Governor Abbott has made another controversial decision in Austin.
And if you're interested in journalism, we may have the perfect event for you.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining NTTV News at Noon. I'm Faith Webster.
And I'm Titus King.
The Texas Education Agency announced they will take over the Fort Worth Independent School District. The move-in of the state means Fort Worth ISD's elected school board will be removed and replaced with state appointees. The takeover comes after a single campus in the district received 5 consecutive failing grades over 5 years. In 2015, the state of Texas passed a law that requires the state education commissioner to do one of 2 things when this happens: order the district to close or take over and replace elected board members. Sources say the takeover should last anywhere from 2 to 3 years.
Governor Greg Abbott is pushing state police to clear up homeless encampments across Austin. Austin Mayor Kurt Watson said that the order from the governor came as a shock. While it is common for state employees to clear homeless camps, Abbott has been pushing state police to clear and make arrests citywide over the course of a couple of days. While the show of force may clean up the city, there is no word where they're going. Watson is open to organize efforts with Abbott's office, but there has been no word yet.
Texas House Bill 900 has potential to be blocked by federal judge Alan D. Albright for being unconstitutional. The Bill 900, also known as the Reader Act, required publishers and booksellers to rate the sexual content and references within their literature, leading to the restriction of book availability in school libraries around Texas. The law firm Haynes Boone, who is suing to block the law, claims the ruling is a major First Amendment victory. KERA has reached out to the state representative Jared Patterson for his response. This is an ongoing story, and we will keep you updated as it develops.
The chilly weather in the morning has been unbelievable.
Trust me, I wake up freezing, and then in the afternoon, I'm just dripping in sweat.
Maybe the fall breeze can stick around throughout this week. Our anchor, Hannah Perez, has the latest. Hannah?
Yeah, the mornings have been really nice. I can agree with that, you guys. As of right now here in Denton, it's currently 73, so pretty nice. By later today, you'll probably expect it to heat up just a little bit, like Faith mentioned. But heading into tonight, we're going to come back down to 71, so a little bit more of that colder weather we've been experiencing. Heading into tomorrow, we can expect a high of 77, so not too bad, honestly. I think we can all hang in there until it gets a little bit colder. That's all I have for you as of right now. Stay tuned for the 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Hannah. Yesterday, North Korea fired multiple range ballistic missiles towards the East Sea in what claims to be as an important weapon system test. This is the first missile launch since May for the country. Political analysis called this a defiance against opposing countries such as the U.S. or South Korea. Kim Jong-un emphasizes the importance of maintaining and advancing its nuclear arsenal. This comes days before President Trump is expected to visit South Korea.
In the Eastern Pacific this week, the U.S. military conducted lethal strikes towards 2 possible drug trafficking boats. CNN's Omar Jimenez has the latest.
Secretary Pete Hegseth announcing the U.S. carried out a new military strike on an alleged drug trafficking boat, this time in the Pacific Ocean. Officials say the operation on Tuesday killed both people on board, but it marks the 8th known U.S. strike on an alleged drug smuggling vessel since the beginning of September, but the first in the Pacific. I want to talk more about all of this with retired Army Major Mike Lyons. So let's start there. What do you make of this apparent expansion of the military's campaign against alleged drug trafficking into the Eastern Pacific?
Omar, should come as no surprise that the administration finds a target out in the eastern part of the Pacific and goes after it. 2 major highways coming from South America on the water to America. One is through the Caribbean, where we saw the initial strikes take place. But out on the other side of that, in the eastern part of the Pacific, up along the western side of the Mexican coastline, is another highway there. Not a lot of islands to hide behind. It's probably a fast boat that had to try to maneuver out of it, but it's showing capability. This administration is always looking to project power, project deterrence. It said it was going after narco-terrorists, so this should not come as any surprise that they've expanded this capability onto that eastern side of the Pacific, the other side of the highway.
The U.S. imposed sanctions on 2 Russian oil companies, causing oil prices to rise over supply fears. The sanctions are an effort to pressure Russia to end the war with Ukraine. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent called on Russian President Vladimir Putin to agree to an immediate ceasefire. Russia's foreign ministry criticized the U.S. sanctions, saying that they are entirely counterproductive.
Have you been wondering how President Trump is going to pull off his ambitious ballroom plans? CNN reporter Kevin Lipdick has the story.
This is going to be probably the finest ballroom ever built, and we're doing it no cost to the country.
The demolition of the White House East Wing is underway to make way for President Trump's ballroom. It's understandably caused a lot of controversy, but the president is not the first one to make renovations to this building. In a lot of ways, the White House has been a constant work in progress.
Over the years, many presidents have made changes. This obviously would be the biggest change.
In the 19th century, this used to be a glass conservatory. Abraham Lincoln actually grew lemons inside of it. But in 1902, Teddy Roosevelt tore that down and built the West Wing instead. That's where the president and his staff have their offices. That's when the East Wing was built as well. So fast forward a few decades, FDR built an indoor swimming pool to help out with his polio. Eventually, they built the White House briefing room on top of it. A few years later, the Executive Mansion, which is where the president actually lives, was at risk of imminent collapse. So Harry Truman did a renovation, complete gut job. He also added the Truman balcony out on the South Portico. Presidents have made all kinds of additions to the White House. Gerald Ford added a swimming pool out on the South grounds. Barack Obama expanded the basketball court. President Trump, in his first term, added a tennis pavilion. And of course, this time around, he's added all kinds of gold trimmings to the Oval Office. He's paved over the Rose Garden. He added a row of presidential portraits on the West Colonnade. Those projects obviously much smaller in comparison to the 90,000 square foot ballroom that the president is now putting up where the East Wing used to be. The East Wing is where the First Lady used to have her offices, the White House calligrapher, certain military aides, all of them have been relocated to other parts of the White House complex. You know, preservationists have said that this needs to go through a public approval process, but it's pretty clear President Trump is in a hurry to have it done.
Nobody's actually seen anything quite like it.
Coming up next, there's a hurricane headed for Jamaica, and it's going to be massive.
And could COVID vaccines be the cure for cancer? Find out after the break.
This ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
writing?
Yes, actually, I'm a pretty good writer, if I do say so myself.
Well, that's perfect because there's a journalism and writing conference going on around campus this weekend. Our very own Riley Oldenburg has the details. Riley?
That's right. If you're interested in journalism and writing, you're in luck because the Mayborn Literary Nonfiction Conference will take place here on campus this Friday, October the 24th, and Saturday, October the 25th, with events starting at 12 p.m. in Sycamore Hall. There will be a variety of events happening such as writers' workshops, a photography masterclass, a documentary film showcase, and even an author book signing. There will be several award-winning journalists speaking, such as New York Times reporter Edgar Sandoval, investigative criminal justice reporter for USA Today, Gina Barton, and the story director at Texas Monthly, J.K. Nickel. If you are interested in this event, there is still time to register at themayborn.com. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Riley. You know, one of my favorite Denton music venues was Andy's Bar, but unfortunately they closed down last spring.
I've heard about that, but now it looks like something new is moving in. Our segment anchor, Rory Agbonifo, has a story. Rory?
Thank you. Deep Ellum venue owners are repurposing Denton's fan favorite Andy's Bar into a new venue that will blend new music genres, Italian bites, and craft drinks. The revamped venue will feature Ruby Rodeo, a vibrant main floor venue that will feature diverse and high-energy performances, while downstairs, the Red Italian Grill will serve up modern Italian cuisine in a cozy underground setting. The co-owners Mike Church and Victor Garcia are thrilled to bring a new dynamic of major sounds, flavors, and experiences to Denton's nightlife scene.
Thank you, Rory. With the fall rain approaching fast, I'm wondering if my Halloween costume is going to be washed away.
Well, from the looks of it, maybe switch out those spooky sneakers for some rain boots.
I'm keeping hope. Our weather anchor, Hannah Perez, may be able to save Halloween. Hannah?
Thank you, Faith. I'll try, but I can really only do so much. Hurricane season isn't over yet. Tropical storm Melissa is now forecast to become a major hurricane, Category 3 or greater. Just this past Wednesday, 300 miles southeast of Kingston, Jamaica, the storm sustained winds up to 50 miles per hour. Currently, Melissa is moving through the Caribbean at just 2 miles per hour, but expected to hit hurricane status by Saturday morning. A hurricane watch has been issued for parts of Haiti, and a tropical storm watch is in effect for Jamaica. Moving into the weather for North Texas, like I mentioned earlier, Denton's at 73, and this is pretty common in nearby cities. We have temperatures as low as 70 over in Dallas, and Fort Worth's at 74, and then temperatures as high as 81 over in Graham. This continues across the state as well. You'll see, although Amarillo does get as low as 58, so you know, pretty nice over there, maybe a little bit chillier. And then over in Austin and Houston, of course, a little bit warmer at 81. Looking into the next 7 days, however, it is a little crazy. This Saturday, we're expecting some storms with some 39% chances of rain. So keep an umbrella handy on you that day. Although the beginning of next week, you'll see it's a little sunnier, so not so much to worry about. That's all I have for you right now. Back to you at the desk.
A new study from the science journal Nature is showing unexpected positive effects of COVID-19 vaccinations. Immunotherapy patients who have received mRNA vaccines have been found to have double the median survival length of patients who hadn't. Specifically, the study focused on the effect for patients suffering from lung and skin cancer. Researchers believe that the vaccine may have awakened patients' immune systems to the presence of cancer. The study's authors say more research is needed before any definitive answers.
A huge illegal national betting ring has been busted. You'll be shocked by who was arrested.
And Broadway was barreling towards a strike, but a deal has been reached. We'll tell you what happened after the break.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DebtQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DebtQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DebtQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.debtq.org to learn more. DebtQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Broadway musicians have reached an indefinite deal. The labor union that represents the musician announced an agreement has been reached. While approval is still pending, those involved are hopeful it will work out. Are you excited about all the sports events going on this week?
You bet I am.
Our sports anchor, Luke Nelson, has a story about the dangers and arrests surrounding sports betting. Luke?
There have been numerous arrests over nationwide sports betting ring operation. Many were taken into custody, like the Trailblazer coach, Conchi Billups, and Miami Heat player, Terry Rozier. NYPD are saying that arrests are made in relation to two criminal cases, one with sports betting rings and the other involving high-stakes poker games. So far, 31 people have been charged. NYPD and FBI have not made an immediate comment on the arrests just yet. Coming up on the Dallas Stars, start a streak with the Spurs went over the Dallas Mavs and shot clocks over the square. Stay with us.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3. Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
Hey Alex, this guy on the internet says he wants to give me money.
That sounds suspicious.
What do you mean?
Typically, strangers who promise you money on the internet have their own best interest in mind. They often use bounced checks, which will disappear shortly after depositing, but not before they've asked for some money in return.
So he doesn't really want to spoil me?
No.
Well, then what should I do?
The best way to handle it is to block and report the suspicious message, or even consult local law enforcement if you've already fallen victim.
So I guess we aren't going to Key West for spring break.
No.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indy. Here at KNTU, we have 2 traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at MediaNorthTexas.com.
That was pretty good.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pole Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
There's no harm in wanting to have fun while in college, but it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. Apps like Drink Control and Alkadroid can help keep track of your consumption and blood alcohol levels. If you or someone else does drink too much, the signs of alcohol poisoning are as follows: pale skin, vomiting, confusion, low body temperatures, irregular breathing, blacking out, and is hard to wake up or cannot be woken up.
Dude, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Wake up.
It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to be responsible. If you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning, get help immediately. You will not get in trouble for seeking help if you are underage. For more info and resources, go to UNT's Division of Student Affairs.
Last night, UNT's basketball team showed off their skills in the Nightmare on Elm Street. NTTV sport reporter Nick Volpiti got an inside look.
UNT men's and women's basketball got their seasons off to a spooky start Wednesday night in the Nightmare on Elm Street. Elm Street on the Denton Square was transformed into a basketball court for a night of fun face-offs between the two teams. Fans of all ages showed out at the square and even got to meet their favorite Mean Green players at the end of the event.
I feel like it's a great event. The community comes out, and it's a way to see the girls off the court and just be engaged and see their personalities and also get back to the community of Denton, so it's great.
The teams went head-to-head in a game of knockout and a three-point contest. Senior guard Tiffany Hammond took home the win for the women's team in the three-point contest by draining 7 of her 15 attempts. Women's head coach Jason Burton hopes the event can build up hype for the start of the new season.
The atmosphere is incredible. So if the atmosphere is like this outside, imagine what it's going to be like in the Super Pit this year when we're winning games.
New head coach Daniel Robinson has had to build UNT men's basketball from the ground up after every player from last year's team graduated or transferred. Among the 12 new arrivals is his son, Reese Robinson, who played under his father at Cleveland State and followed him to North Texas. The women's team is in a similar situation, especially after losing one of the best players in program history, Tamisha Lampkin.
You can't replace Tamisha Lampkin. She's a Hall of Famer in my book. Definitely had a Hall of Fame career, but I think we did an incredible job recruiting. We have 11 new faces, we got 3 returners, and just from our early scrimmages and what we've seen, it's going to be a lot of fun in the Super Pit this year.
The Nightmare on Elm Street allowed fans to familiarize themselves with 2 very new-look rosters, which will be looking to make an immediate impact when the seasons officially tip off on November 3rd. For North Texas Television, I'm Nick Volpetti.
Looks like the turnout was a success and a great way for athletes to make community in Denton. The Dallas Stars are on a bit of a losing streak. This started last week going with the 5-3 loss to the Canucks, continued with the 3-1 loss to the Blues, and lastly a 5-1 loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets on Tuesday. Since the season has only just begun, hopefully the Stars can get some more points on the board to pull them up from their 3-3 standing in the Central Division. We'll have to tune in tonight for their home game against the LA Kings, who are currently standing 2-3-2 record. Last night was a routine game against the Spurs, with the Mavericks losing to the Spurs 125-92. The game started off strong in the first quarter with a 1-point lead, but started losing the game after that. But what many fans are mainly talking about is the Mavericks' #1 overall pick, Cooper Flagg. His underperformance last night game has many fans doubting the Mavs' chance of making finals this year. The Mavs' next game tomorrow is against the Washington Wizards at 7:30 p.m.
Thanks, Luke. Authorities in Southeast Florida were shocked by a criminal's creativity.
We had a burglary that we discovered yesterday that appears to be right out of Mission Impossible.
The Martin County Sheriff says thieves cut through a mall roof and entered through the ceiling to steal hundreds of pairs of sneakers from a Champs Sports. New Balances, Air Jordans, and other Nikes were included in the theft, estimated to be up to $50,000 in value. The sheriff's office estimates that fixing the roof will cost around $10,000. Well, letting you know, if you have a 10.5, I'm your guy.
Talk about some spooky sneakers. Thanks for watching NTTV News at Noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 here on North Texas Television.